Hey y'all, good evening. This is Tonetta. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm coming. This light keeps going in and out. Hopefully you can see me okay. There you go. I'm coming to you all this evening with a quick demo for Rice Krispie treats, actually. Rice Krispie treats, everybody I'm sure has had a Rice Krispie treat at some point. They're very, very simple to make with yourself, the kids, or with you and your husband, or your partner, or you by yourself. If you want to have the whole pan to yourself, do that. Like I said, these are very, very easy to make. And I'm making some this evening for you all. So you all can, of course, see what I'm making, because I'm actually adding some more stuff to it instead of just regular Rice Krispies. But like I said, for the regular recipe, all you need is butter, Rice Krispie treat cereal, or any kind of cereal that's not sweet. If you have Kellogg's, Frosted Flakes or Cheerios, any of those non-sweet cereals, you can make this recipe with. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, of course, Rice Krispie, unless you want a sweet cereal as well. But they're very, very sweet. But you can also have that as well. But like I said, I'm using Rice Krispies. I believe I got these from Aldi, I guess. Maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. I don't know. A while ago from Aldi. Like I said, that's what I'm making. I'm getting my little silicone square pan together. That's what I'm going to put them in, actually. So first time I'm using this. It's the first time for everything, I guess I'd say that. So like I said, I'm using this. And I want to also talk about kind of what's going on lately. I guess I put it that way. So give me 1 second while I spray this pan, actually. I got to spray this so it won't get stuck. Okay, that's one a little light spray. Okay. Like I said, these Rice Krispie treats, they're very, very easy to make for you and your family. If you have these ingredients at home, especially if you're homebound, you can't, of course, leave your home, that kind of thing. If you have these ingredients at home, definitely get to making them. Like I said, the only thing I'm using and the only thing that it requires, I have open bags of marshmallows already because I use these for something else. So I have a bag of marshmallows, and these are the Campfire, the big giant marshmallows. And then I have a bag of, like a half a bag maybe of the small ones. So like I said, I have these two different kinds. That's what I had in my pantry. And of course, you can use the same, whatever you have in your pantry. If you have all the Campfire kind, if you have all the mini ones, no matter what size you got, use them. I guess I put it that way. Especially if you're needing something to do with the kids, and if you're bored, you don't have anything else to do. This is a simple recipe to make if you have any of these ingredients at home. So, and like I said, mine is going to be a little bit different. I'm actually, because I know I like to create stuff and make stuff and do all these things. So, you all, of course, know that I bake and I make sweets and all that kind of stuff. So I did already have some Hershey Kisses here. So I'm going to put some Hershey Kisses on top of this. So it should kind of like melt once they get on there and make like a nice little coating. It should. And then I have some, what do they call, Reese's Pieces. I don't really care for Reese's Pieces or peanut butter too much. But I will, of course, eat it and try it, of course. But I'm going to try to sandwich the Rice Krispie treats in, the Reese's peanut butter cups in between 2 layers of Rice Krispie treats. So that's my plan. So I'm making some, I guess, Rice Krispie, Reese's Pieces treats, I guess you could say. That's what I'm going to make for you all this evening. Like I said, this is stuff that I had in my pantry already. And that's because I bake and I already have kind of like sweets and different things here to create things with. You may not have those kind of things at home, but at least if you have the butter, some marshmallows, and some kind of non-sweetened cereal. I'm using the Rice Krispie treats for this recipe, but you can use any non-sweetened cereal, whether that is Cheerios or any brand of a Cheerio. You can use any kind of frosted, non-frosted, what is it called? Just, I guess, like Kellogg Flakes. You can use those. I don't know what else comes non-sweetened as far as cereal goes, but like I said, that's what you can use. And if all you have is sweetened cereal, just use that. It will be very, very sweet. Just keep that in mind. But you can definitely use that as well. And I'm sure the kids will love it as well, too. So I'm going to go ahead and get to making. I already got my pot sitting up here waiting for my butter to, of course, get to melting. And like I said, I want to just talk about kind of what's happening. Not more with the, I guess I know the COVID-19, the virus is going on and going around. I guess I put it that way. And some of us are in quarantine. Some of us are at home. Some of us aren't working right now, that kind of thing. And that's why I'm bringing this recipe as well, just in case you all are at home, that you can, of course, create something, make something that's fun, so you won't be so bored if you're at home, if you don't have anything else to do but watch TV. This will give you all something to do, to, of course, bond, to have some family time, whether it's just you and your mate, you and your kids, or whoever it is. It doesn't matter. Family, grandmas, whoever, everybody can, of course, love this recipe. Like I said, it's definitely an easy recipe. And I use like a stick and a half of butter, just to let you know. I know it doesn't matter what kind of butter. I just use a stick and a half. It's the imperial butter. That's the cheapest one at the store. I think it was like 89 cents for a 4-pack. So, but you can use any kind of butter that you have at home to make this with. And I could not tell you how many marshmallows. It's a half a bag of the big giant marshmallows. And then I have a half a bag of like the mini ones. So that's what I'm going to try to use for this recipe. And I may use more butter. Just depends on how much marshmallows get to melting and get to sticking on this pot when I get to cooking this. So, Lord. And like I said, I want to talk kind of about what's kind of happening this morning. I don't know if any of you all are on my regular page, but this morning I was so upset this morning. That's what I actually want to talk to you all about, because I was so upset this morning about what's going on in the world as far as, of course, how this whole thing with this virus is being handled. I guess I put it that way. I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I know the video that I posted this morning and the live I did, I was very frustrated with the way our leadership is handling things here. It seems like things are just being left up to the businesses to decide if they're going to close or not close, and they're not actually mandating anybody to, of course, go home and try to quarantine. I guess everybody just stay at home so we won't be spreading anything. And I work in the home health care field, of course, so of course that's important for our field as well, just like anybody else's field, to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe and your clients and your patients and that kind of thing too. So like I said, I was just kind of upset this morning. I can't say it was a rant. Everything I said to me was the truth. I guess I put it that way. From my eyes, I can't say from anybody else's eyes, but from my eyes, it was the truth. And like I said, I was just upset about the leadership. And that was one thing I did talk about in that video this morning. I'm no longer upset. As you see, I'm making and baking sweets. Like I said before, this always calms me and centers me and grounds me as well. So I want to make sure that I had got something done this evening before I went to bed. So like I said, that's why I'm making these. But otherwise, like I said, as far as the stuff that's going on, I was just so upset with the leadership. I don't know if you all are having the same issues in your counties or your areas or not, but it just seems like a lot of things that should have been done or being done, or whichever the word is, should have been done. Well, things that should have been done isn't being done. That's what I was trying to say. And like I said, it just frustrated me. And then I was seeing things that I didn't like, which I knew, of course, I know we all, not all of us, but some of us, of course, have jobs. We have employers, that kind of thing. And at some point, you would expect your employee to have some kind of empathy. I guess I put it that way, as far as what's going on with this situation, how we can best keep ourselves safe, all that kind of stuff. And, of course, when it's a crisis, to me, you see all kind of stuff that you normally wouldn't see if it wasn't a crisis. So, of course, me talking to different people, seeing different things that's going on, and I just was not liking the way things were turning out. And what I was hearing, especially with these employers and them not wanting their employees to go home for whatever reason, they didn't trust them. To me, it's just a lack of trust. Not wanting your employees to, of course, go home, to, of course, stay at home and keep them safe, so they won't, of course, contaminate anybody in your business or any of your customers. I guess I put it that way as well. But like I said, I was just seeing that, and then seeing, of course, people talking about the same things. I've talked about in the past as well, as far as not utilizing, I guess, like the time that you have to take out work and that kind of thing, because you don't want to miss pay, because that's the only kind of income that you have, and it's only from your job and that kind of thing. Like I said, I was just very upset this morning. I was pissed the fuck off this morning. I really was. And like I said, that was just something I had to calm myself down throughout the day. I listened to, of course, some positive videos and that kind of thing, and some spiritual stuff as well, and also some videos about how to, I guess, what our leaders are supposed to, of course, do, how they are supposed to act, the integrity, the honesty, the trust, all those kind of things, the dedication to the people. Like I said, I had to look at those I've been listening to those things for the past few weeks, actually. But I listened to some more of that earlier, and like I said, it just made me so mad, because I can see that our leaders that we have only have their agendas at play, and that just made me so mad. Like I said, I hate to have people. I'm a social worker by degree, and that's what I've done for the last little bit over 20 years now. And it just pisses me off to see that we voted these leaders into place or into office, and they spend their whole lifetimes there, which is only for one or two terms, but they spend their whole lifetime there on their own agenda instead of working for their constituents like they claim to be. Like I said, I was just so upset this morning. And like I said, once I calmed down and thought about things, my mind got to churning about what can I do, I guess, during this time to, of course, help the people or provide some creativity, some smiles, and that kind of thing to people, or just getting people's mind turned about what to do at this point. And the thing I thought about, of course, besides making these Rice Krispie treats, I used to I had another page that I used to talk about business and stuff like that on there. And I'm going to actually start back talking about business and stuff too, having a side hustle, having a side income, because I'm seeing how it's very, very important that we all have that. I don't care if you're like I sell treats out of my house or whatever you're doing, whether it's illegal or not. Like I said, you have to make sure that you have some kind of side income, some kind of hustle, side hustle, I guess I put it that way. And like I said, those are the kind of things that I was thinking about today while being upset and while trying to strategize and figure out what to, of course, bring to the people and what, of course, the people need at this time. And like I said, that's something that we definitely need. I can tell you that. A lot of us need. And with me seeing all these things going on with these businesses and how things are going and running, and I can't say every business, but some, yes, there are some who are not, who don't trust their employees enough to, of course, let them off work. I guess I put it that way. So they can, of course, be at home and keeping their, like I said, their customers germ-free and, of course, our families germ-free. Like I said, seeing all these things, it just made me, like I said, very upset. But of course, I had to think about some of the things that I wanted to, of course, bring to the people. And like I said, I know that us having a side hustle, that's one thing that we, of course, have to get. With seeing all this stuff that's going on, there's no reason why we have to be scared to, of course, take off work or scared to stay at home, or our kids are off. They, of course, took all, well, most of the kids, I think, are out of school here in Missouri. I can't say all, but I know most. The schools are officially closed tomorrow until April 3rd. A lot of parents, of course, are up in the air, don't know what's going on. The mayor hasn't said anything. The governor hasn't said anything about what to do. And these people are worried about their bills being paid. It's not so much of the virus that, of course, them catching anything along those lines, but it's more along the lines of what am I going to do to, of course, pay my bills is what I'm hearing. I guess I put it that way. And, like I said, that I was just so upset, so sad, and I tried to hold back my tears all day. I was all upset because I know this world is hurting. I guess I put it that way. And I know I'm only one person. I can't solve everything for the world. But like I said, at some point we have to realize that we have to, of course, get up and do something on our own and make sure that we're taking care of our own households. I guess I put it that way, instead of putting it in the hands of our government. And with that being said, like I said, we have to create an extra income for ourselves. I know that. And on that page, I guess what I was talking about, on that page, I used to talk about those kind of things. I'm actually going to bring those things back to my regular page and my LinkedIn as well. So I can, of course, start talking about that more. Because, of course, like I said, all this stuff that's going on shed some light for me onto what kind of road, not road, but what kind of things I can talk about to, of course, help the people in some kind of way. I know everybody's not going to be helped. I know that. And those who may not want to start a side job is too much or giving all these excuses, that's fine. I'm talking to those who, of course, want to, of course, create something on the side. So if something like this goes on again, whether we have to be quarantined to our house, or you're scared to take out work because you don't want to miss your pay and you don't know how you're going to pay your bills tomorrow, all this kind of stuff, or if there's an earthquake or a hurricane, anything. Like I said, we have to realize that at some point we have to have another stream of income. And, for years, of course, I heard people talking about, of course, side hustles and stuff like that, but this is very imperative. I guess I would say that in order for us all to try to create something like that, no matter what your skills are. I have varying skills, of course. This baking and the cooking and stuff like that, I've always loved to do. That's something that I just always love. So, of course, gather folks around a good meal, that kind of thing. And so, of course, talk and have fun. I've always loved stuff like that. But I, of course, do these live videos, and I, of course, want to speak on stages. I, of course, want to have my own conferences at some point. I just created another page, actually, recently. It's about staycations and experiences. And it's talking about, I only have about 8 to 10 people on there. It's very, very new. But, of course, I've always had a love for traveling and a love for adventuring and a love for just experiencing things. I don't care if it's just a walk out in the park. I don't care what it is. just something to, of course, experience and to travel and just to do things. Like I said, I've always had an affinity to do something like that. I've always wanted to, of course, share my experiences with, of course, people, and of course, create some of these kind of experiences for people as well. I used to work for over 10 years actually, at a transitional housing program here in St. Louis called Almost Home, where, of course, it was a catering to single moms and their children. It was a homeless shelter or a transitional housing program. I can't say it was a traditional homeless shelter because it was for teens and single moms. So, of course, we had more amenities and different things for those young ladies and classes, life skills and stuff like that. But I was the one who, of course, did all their trips and activities, whether that was going to Six Flags, whether that was taking the girls out to dinner and arranging and scheduling all these things. I even did resource fairs for them. I even did, I guess you can call it, like a career fair. I did that once too, and they seem to really, really love that actually. I found all kind of black women, not actually it wasn't just black women, but just, I tried to find mostly black because the population was mostly black girls. So I did find, of course, other races as well, but it was mostly black women. I found all these women to, of course, come in to talk to the girls, coordinated all this, and I think 25 women showed up that morning. So we spent about 4 or 5 hours that morning, of course, the girls listening to their stories and what was going on. They're speaking their truth, of course, so that's my other page name. Speak your truth and tell your story. And that's what these ladies were doing. They were in all kind of different fields. I had doctors there, I had attorneys there, I had folks from the radio there, I had all kind of people there, psychologists, people who did hair. I had all kind of fields, I guess, representing that morning. And so our young ladies could see what was possible. And like I said, I did all their events and activities. I even did some of the agency's fundraisers, golf tournaments, their yearly barbecues, all kind of stuff. I created programs there. I created their alumni program, actually. I don't know if it's still up and running, but I did create their alumni program to, of course, bring the young ladies who have been there back to, of course, talk to the younger ladies and to, of course, all become a big family, I guess I'd say that. Because, of course, I didn't want to leave the other girls out who had left the program. So, of course, bringing them back to, of course, show that this is still your home as well. Like I said, I did all those things. And with the staycations and experiences page that I have, I wanted to start doing that for the bigger community as well, from, I guess, where I live. And like I said, I'm looking to, of course, with that page, I'm looking to, of course, create. I know I'm not a travel agent at all, even though I thought about that years ago. But no, I'm not. But like I said, whether I am or not, I wanted to bring those experiences to this community. Like I said, there's all kind of things that we can do, that we can create, and I look to create those things. And like I said, that's some of the stuff that I'm looking at doing. And I know that some of you all out there may have all kind of talents, whether it's doing hair, whether you're a baker like me, whether you're making food, anything along those lines to bring people together, just go ahead and do that. Whether you love talking to kids or writing, because I'm in the process of writing my first book, actually. Whether you want to do any of those things, just keep in mind you can do that. And like I said, those all can become your side hustles. You don't have to have a degree in a field that you want to go in to do something. If you want to start your own business, just start your own business. You don't have to have anything else. Of course, the know-how, and of course the oomph to get out there and do it, I guess I put it that way as well. Because you don't want to just start something and say, oh, I don't think I can do this, or oh, this is stupid, this is dumb. You want to start something that you like and that you love. And like I said, we all have those capabilities to do that. And that's some of the things I want to bring to this world. Like I said, that's a passion for me. I guess I put it that way. It's definitely a passion for me. And I'm going to turn this way, y'all, because I got to put the rest of these Rice Krispies in there. I'm trying to get this together, so bear with me. So I'm pouring the rest of these Rice Krispies into this thing, actually. But like I said, those are some of the things I want to bring to this world, into this bigger community, I guess I put it that way, of people. Those experiences through my page, Staycations and Experiences, and also through Speak Your Truth. That page was created, like I said, I have a lot of things that I want to do. I'm not sure how to combine all these things thus far, but that's okay. Right now, they're separate pages, and that's how they remain until I figure out how to put them together. I guess I'd say that. But like I said, with Speak Your Truth, that's more, because I healed through speaking my truth. I healed through, of course, telling my story. Actually, it was all on Facebook. You all can look at that. That was from 2018, 19. Spoke about my letting go of my 7.5-year relationship letting go of a relationship that I had with another goddaughter that was just seemed like very toxic at the time. I guess I put it that way. There was too many things going on, and I needed to break, and I'm sure she needed to break as well. And I just had to rid of everything. Like I said, I mean, there was a lot of things that was going on, learning how to love myself. I found myself in the process, found out who Tonetta was and what Tonetta was all about. I found spirituality and all those things, and that Speak Your Truth. I want to bring those things to you all to let you know that you can do that as well. You don't have to speak your truth through video, but you can speak your truth through, of course, if you dance well, if you do hair well, if you create food well, like I do, food or desserts, that kind of thing. If you dance well, like I said, if you sing well, you want to include that into your business, or show people how to speak their truth with their dancing and moving their bodies around. You can do all those things. Like I said, those are some of the things that I wanted to bring. And I know me talking, me saying this, I know there's things that you all want to bring as well. And I hope that you all can put those down below so I can know what those are. So like I said, if you need my help or need some advice, that kind of thing, I don't mind helping whether I know the field or not. I'll look up the information if I have to do that, just to, of course, assist the next person. Like I said, that's what I've always done, and that's what I will continue to do. Unless I put it that way as well. And like I said, saying all this, again, we have to make sure that we have our own side hustles, our own businesses at some point, our own other ways to make money instead of having to depend just on a job. I know with me learning about spirituality this past year and a half, because I didn't have a religion. I mean, I still don't have a religion or anything, but of course, I'm reading the Bible for the first time. I'm becoming more spiritual, trying to, of course, know what's going on, know what's happening, that kind of thing. As far as religion, God, all those things. Like I said, I didn't have a religion. I did go to church. I mean, I had to go to church as a kid with my grandparents and stuff like that, older aunts, and of course well, I can't say most black, but most kids are put to do that. If they have a family that of course is into religion and that kind of thing, most families, of course, you have to go to church. I went to church as a kid. Can't say it's just all black, but I know there's other races that do the same thing. Make their kids go to church and that kind of thing. I just never was into that. And like I said, I found all that when I was, of course, journeying within, trying to find out who I was and that kind of thing. And of course, doing all that, like I said, I had to, well, of course, I'm now reading the Bible every single day, almost every single day, trying to make it a habit. And it's my first time actually reading it. But of course, while I'm reading it, of course, I'm trying to, of course, get more into the power of prayer and the power of course, acting behind all my prayers, not just praying and taking no action. Like they said, faith without works is dead. And of course, I know that. And I have to, of course, act on whatever kind of prayers I'm putting out there, I guess, into the universe and into the Godverse. And like I said, with learning all that, up until now, these last 2 years have been very, very powerful for me. Like I said, as far as learning all those things and knowing now that I was put here on this earth to do something, that God didn't just make me just to, of course, get on this earth and to work a 9 to 5 and to not have any dreams of my own and to not have any other ideas of my own, imagination of my own, anything like that. I know God put me here and put you here to, of course, like I said, to do something else with your life. Like I said, working is fine. That's fine. That's where you gain all those skills to, of course, know what a hard worker means. Knowing how to, of course, go through processes. You learn all those things. You learn how to be loyal to a company, or some ways loyal, I guess, as loyal as you can be. You learn how to, of course, be dedicated. You learn, of course, what that company is about. You learn, of course, somebody's mission, somebody's vision that you, of course, are working out. I guess I put it that way as well. But like I said, you learn all those things, how to, of course, get in the habit, of course, getting up, doing something, working, create income for yourself, that kind of thing. So, of course, you can always learn no matter what kind of job you're at. Like I said, you can definitely learn from that. It's not to say to not ever have a job. You can, of course, learn from that. What I'm saying is that God put us all here, me and you, to, of course, do something different with our life. He put us all here for a reason. I have no idea what your reason is. I'm trying to figure out, well, I figured out most of my reason at this present time. I guess I put it that way. But like I said, God put all of us here for a reason and to carry out some kind of mission while we're here on this earth. And I know it's just not working 9 to 5. I know that. As of this morning, like I said, I was all emotional, all upset and that kind of thing. And that's the one of the realizations I came to and that I've always known. But it just took this situation, this crisis that we're going through to, of course, bring more things out that I can see. I guess, past all the BS and past all the systems and all that kind of thing, and seeing the patterns of what's going on in this world. Like I said, that was one thing that the main conclusion that I came up with this morning, is that we all have to have some kind of other source of income. Like I said, if we have another kind of situation like this, a biological outbreak, or we have any kind of earthquake or hurricane, anything like that, tornadoes, anything like that, and we don't have, of course, our jobs are gone, that kind of thing is going on, and then what you're going to do? You have to create something else that you can do, and something else that you can sustain that nothing can take from you. Whether it is, of course, baking, like I was just doing, baking and cooking or whatever, or whether it's something that you want to do, hair, you know how to clean well, you want to create your own home cleaning services, or whatever it is. Like I said, you have to kind of pray about that or meditate about that, whichever one you do. And of course, ask for that kind of guidance. Ask why you're here. Like I said, I had to ask those hard questions. Why am I here? Why did God put me here? What am I here to do? And what is my mission? What is my purpose? I'm 43 years old, and I'm just now getting to know what the hell my purpose is. I guess I put it that way. We all have a purpose here. Like I said, with going through this whole journey and that kind of thing, which I know I've gotten off topic, but that's okay. With the cooking demo, everything is done with the Rice Krispie treats. Y'all, just to let y'all know. And I'll take a picture a little bit later on. But like I said, just journeying throughout life, and I'm 43 now, and just finally now coming to find out, stepping into my purpose. And yes, it's very scary. I have no idea what I'm doing most days, or I'm trying to figure out what to do, that kind of thing. But I take that back. I kind of know what to do. I just have to force myself to do those things, and of course to fully step into my purpose. And knowing that I'm a natural born leader, knowing that I'm a natural born change agent, those are the kind of things that I, of course, want to exhibit to the world and want to assist the world with, I guess I put it that way. Even if the world is just one person, even if the world is just two people, or if it's a group of people, or if it's a community, or whatever it is, that's the world that I'm speaking about. And that's the same thing for you. It may not be the entire how many billion of folks we have on this earth, but the world can just be one person that you're, of course, speaking to, talking to, that's, of course, looking at my videos, that, of course, watches me. If it's just that one person that I evoke change in, that's all I need, I guess I put it that way, and that's all I would desire. I guess I'd say that. And like I said, with that, I guess I'm going to try to end this video shortly, but I just want to let you know, like I said, the Rice Krispie treats, the reason why I made that cooking demo for this video was to, of course, I know we're all, of course, not all of us, but a lot of us, or of course stuck in the house, or not at work, or on quarantine, or off work, that kind of thing, and not in your businesses because we can't, of course, be out, or you have curfews. Like I said, these Rice Krispie treats are great for families to make. If you have the ingredients, all you need is a stick or two of butter, or a stick and a half of butter, a box of Rice Krispie treat cereal, or any kind of non-sweetened cereal. And like I said before, you can also use sweetened cereal. It'll just be very, very sweet for you. That's it. But you can definitely use that. And then, of course, whatever kind of marshmallows you have. The mini marshmallows, the campfire marshmallows, or anything in between. Whatever you have, use that. I used a half a bag of each, my mini ones and the campfire ones. And I made a big pan of Rice Krispie treats, actually. And like I said, I will take a picture of that later on. But like I said, I did this video so that you can, of course, have something to do while you're, of course, out of work, or you're at home, that kind of thing, just for you to enjoy with your family. And like I said, this is definitely a fun thing that you can do, especially with your kids. You can, of course, create Rice Krispies like in molds. You can put it in cups, or you can put it like in cupcake pans. You can make them, if you have like any cookie cutters, you can, of course, lay out like a flat sheet of Rice Krispie treats and go ahead and get the mold, and I guess like some animals or whatever kind of mold you have at home. Like I said, you can do all those things and just play with the recipe, just to give you all something to do, I guess, while you all are off and that kind of thing. And like I said, I wanted to bring you that, and also talking about life and what's going on right now, the latest happenings in the world, and some things that I realized today. And like I said before, me cooking something, me baking something, me walking out in nature, or doing something creative is how I, of course, process, is how I clear my mind, is how I get things off my chest, I guess I put it that way, and it's how I plan and strategize. So, and of course, while I'm talking to you all, I'm still planning, I'm still strategizing in my head about what I need to do, what's going to happen, or what I need to get working on, I guess I put it that way. So like I said, with that, I want to just say thank you for all you all who tuned in this evening. I hope that you all enjoyed, of course, the cooking demo, which I did that really, really quick, because Rice Krispie treats only takes maybe like 10 minutes to actually make. You don't really need that much time to make those, majority of this video. was me talking about, of course, like I said, the latest happenings and the realizations and why I was so upset this morning, and me just having to process all this information and to see what I can, of course, contribute to the world, contribute to my community, and what I can do right now at this time to, of course, stay, I guess, de-stressed, and to, of course, like I said, just raise my vibration, I guess I put it that way as well, and to send out love to you all and to let you all know that you're thought about, let you all know that, of course, I'm trying to let you all know that I'm trying to inspire you all to, of course, do something different. I know doing something different creates a lot of anxiety sometimes within people. It creates fear as well. But just going over all the stuff within this crisis always brings out new innovations. It always brings out creativity. It always helped me plan and strategize. So like I said, with that, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. And I hope that you all learned at least one thing that you can take away from this video, whether it was just a cooking demo, or you finding something else that you all can make at home with your kids and with your family that's going to be fun and that you all can, of course, enjoy doing. Or if it was just to, of course, listen to what I was talking about as far as having and creating you another source of income, to make sure that you at least have another source of income to live off on when we do go through times like this. Times where your job is closed down, times where your business is shut down because you can't, of course, sell anything, or you can't do your business because people are, of course, at home in quarantine. They're not getting paid, so you can't get paid. So that's usually how that goes. It's always a domino effect. And like I said, having another stream of income would hopefully help subside those kind of things. And like I said, just to get you all thinking about that, I hope this video in some kind of way helped you. But like I said, I want to get off here so I can go ahead and finish messing with these Rice Krispie treats, I guess I put it that way, and put them in the fridge as well. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in. And for those who catch the replay, I love you all, and I hope you all are taking care. And like I said, these Rice Krispie treats were fun to do. But if you don't have that at home, I'll bring some other recipes to you throughout these next few weeks, of course, that you all can, of course, create at home with some simple ingredients, some things that you may have. And hopefully it won't take too many ingredients, I guess I put it that way. So with that, like I said, I want to get off here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Love you all. And have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.